before we call a vote.
Just to clarify what you're saying, so this vote, and I appreciate you saying it twice too, because I'm still a little confused with which vote is which. So this one is just to acknowledge that the Board of Finance is recommending November. That's what this vote is.
It's to accept the specific minutes citing that, yes.
That cite November versus
Yes.
June.
Correct.
Okay. Oh,
I can clarify that, Madam Vice Chair.
Yes, thank you.
It's to approve the portion of the meeting minutes of the Board of Finance that they discussed this topic on, and to accept their recommendation to approve the bond ordinance. We actually don't accept the recommendation on the date because the Board of Finance actually doesn't have authority to set a date. So it's to accept their recommendation to approve the bond ordinance.
Okay, so then Paul,
And then the next item, yep, good.
is when we set the date,
Yep,
correct?
Chris.
Third one.
Paul?
Looks like it's C.
Item C is when
C
we
is the
set the
date.
date.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's a separate vote
This
from
is-
this vote?
Yes.
That's correct, Chris.
Correct.
Yep,
All right.
exactly. Right now, this item is the minutes approval and to accept their recommendation on the bond ordinance. The next one is to actually approve the bond ordinance itself, then set the date and the language, and then so forth.
Any further discussion? Okay, Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Morrison,
Yes.
Palmieri,
Yes.
Serafino,
Yes.
Zoni,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Del Santo,
Yes.
Gaida,
Yes.
Morelli,
Yes.
Chaplinsky.
Yes.
The motion passes 9-0. Moving on to old business, item B. Now, this is action on the bond ordinance for the elementary school project, and looking for a motion.
Madam Vice Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve the BOD ordinance and resolutions and language as proposed in today's town council packet related to the proposed Southington Elementary School project.
Second.
Okay, so as discussed, this motion covers the approval of the bond ordinance resolution only, since the town council alone holds the charter role of determining when a referendum date should be held. A separate agenda item following this one will be discussed, debated, and determined, and that will address the specific proposed date of a referendum for the elementary school project proposal immediately following this item. So final bond ordinance resolutions language being approved are in today's town council meeting packet. Any discussion on item B? Councilman Serafino.
So, over the past several weeks, the council spent considerable time reviewing the proposal for Kelly School. We had presentations, reviewed data, listened to public comment, and received feedback from residents with a wide range of perspectives. That information is important, but one resident stated that members should go and visit the schools ourselves, so I did. On April 1st, I joined Town Manager Alex, Southington Public Schools Director Peter Romano to tour Kelly Elementary School. As somebody who never has been in Kelly, went to Darrenowski, I felt it was important to see the building firsthand, then rely on other reports or secondhand information. So we're welcomed by Principal Marilyn Ka. Thank you for that. Very nice lady. She provided us with a full tour of the facility, met multiple staff members. I observed a very old building that is struggling to meet modern educational environments. It's clear to me that Kelly needs to be modernized and improved. I visited multiple classrooms throughout the day there, and it was April 1st, and it was 77 degrees upstairs. And that was with a room with air conditioning. I cannot imagine how hot it gets in late May or early June. So I understand this is a large financial decision for our community, one that will impact taxpayers for years to come. Decisions of this magnitude should not be made lightly, nor should they be made without direct input from the residents who we heard from. Tonight's role of the council is not to approve the construction of Kelly School, it's to send it to referendum for the Southington voters to vote on. After reviewing the information, visiting the school, hearing from residents, I will be voting yes on this. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Serafino. Any other discussion? Councilman Palmieri?
Yes, very similar to Josh's statement as well. I can attest, I've been in all three of these buildings, and they absolutely are in dire need of repair, upkeep, whatever. They're in desperate need, and Marilyn did offer a tour last year to the last council, so it was great to see firsthand and see the needs, but it definitely is there. But I think what's important too, Josh, is what you pointed out and what the role of the council is, because yes, we heard a lot of feedback from residents and a lot of concerns. And unfortunately, our role is very specific in the process, and we're not the ones making the final decision ultimately to close a school, not close a school. That's really a Board of Education decision. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I think it's important what you just said, Josh, and so Dave, Chris, and I have had a lot of conversations about this as well, and feel very similarly that we obviously support the need, and we know there's something moving forward, but we also share some of the concerns that the residents brought forward to us. But at the end of the day, the role of the council is very specific, and so we'll be supporting the project as well for the November referendum date.
Any other discussion? Just my comments. Yes, let's send this to the residents to decide. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Morrison,
Yes.
Palmieri,
Yes.
Serafino,
Yes.
Zoni,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Del Santo,
Yes.
Gaeta,
Yes.
Morelli,
Yes.
Chaplinsky.
Yes.
Okay, the motion passes 9-0. Item C, action to set elementary school project referendum date and approve ballot question. Looking for a motion for item C.
Madam Vice Chair, I have a motion to approve November 3rd, 2026 referendum date for the previously Town Council approved bond ordinance resolution and referendum language as included in the ordinance and resolution documents in today's Town Council packet for the Southington Elementary School project. That's for November 3rd, 2026.
Second.
Any discussion?
Just
Yes.
want to, and Paul, I want to thank
Paul?
you. Oh,
Mr. Chair, go ahead.
I would just ask, Mike, that you clarify the motion to include that we are approving that we're approving the referendum date of November 3rd, 2026, and we are approving the ballot question that is in our packet.
Would you like to amend your motion?
Sure.
Second.
I'll amend my motion to add the information provided by the chair, the ballot information packet, whatever he said. It's
Second.
on the record.
Second, okay. Yes, Councilman Palmieri.
sure. Two things. First of all, Paul, I just want to thank you for the acknowledgement earlier in the meeting. Again, Dave, Kristen, and I had a lot of conversations about this, as I'm sure you guys did as well. And it's very important for such a huge decision. We felt to have this in November because that is a time when we get the most voice from our residents. So just want to thank and acknowledge all of you for that. I think that's really important. And as you said, Jen, let the residents decide at this point. Ultimately, we're turning it over to them. But the other thing, just to make sure, is when we were debating the June versus November referendum, there was a lot of talk about losing our place in the priority list because projects need to be, we need to submit something to the state by June 30th. So it was time sensitive. So my understanding is that we can still follow the process, submit it by June 30th in anticipation of the approval of the residents. So I just want to, I don't know, just want to be sure that's correct.
I've spoken with the Board of Education, the application is due
30.
the referendum. Will be certified. The results will be certified. It will be certified. The town clerk will get and process to the department.
So one of the things is if we don't do this in June, then delay the project a whole year. Correct? Correct. Just want to formally get the record.
Any other? Yes.
This is, just to clarify, Chris, discussion that I had with the superintendent, following the public hearing, he, to address some of the, what he stated to me was originally, and I'm not sure if he's in the room, originally, he had thought he would lose in line, that it gets approved at the November referendum. And if it's approved at the November referendum, the people had like a couple weeks to that and to the state so we don't. I was also told that one of the was time, as you mentioned, the time of construction, and the superintendent conveyed that follow stuff. Although it was an ideal scenario, had a handful of months to move the old school items to the new school. And that what they would do is the line end of the project and do that. So that was the discussion.
Oh, that's great. Like I said, I think it's important for residents here, watching on or live, whatever working remote, to hear that conversation. Conversation line.
Other discussion? Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Morrison,
Yes.
Marai,
Yes.
Serafino,
Yes.
Zoni,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Del Santo.
Yes.
Gaeta,
Yes.
Morelli,
Yes.
Chaplinsky.
Yes.
Okay, the motion passes 9-0 unanimously. Item D, action on referendum explanatory text pursuant to CGS 9-369B.
Madam Vice Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve the referendum explanatory text proposed.
Second.
Okay, so for discussion, the council may approve any additional text for the referendum that provides more plain language above what the referendum is about, and the bond ordinance language and referendum question clarifications that is in our packet. Any discussion? Okay, Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Yes.
Yes.
Serafino,
Yes.
Zoni.
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Del Santo,
Yes.
Gaeta, Morelli, Chaplinsky.
Yes.
Okay, the motion passes 9-0 unanimously. Thank you, everybody, for the collaborative discussion. Move on to the town attorney's report. Town attorney.
Yes, thank you, Madam Vice Chair. So we're still working through the Flanders Street sidewalk project. We know that we need a permit 228, and there's 4 other temporary easements or basements that Flanders Street, 214 Flanders Street, and 240. Looking to all the potential that there's very strict process that we follow for eminent domain type of cases, so and figure out the process of effective sidewalks on Flanders Street.
Any questions? All right. We will now open our public communication. If you would like to come up, please state your name and address, speak very clearly into the microphone.
Good evening, in Town Council. My name is Richard Cooper. I'm at 79 Lane in Plant, Connecticut. Regarding a recent Southern juvenile being physically pushed by a police officer, as well as what followed on Southington social media. The conversation, specifically how the conversation quickly shifted away from the use of force and toward general behavior. Whether intentional or not, I believe that a form of becomes the situation shifting attention from the officers. We have been text, so I'm not any judgment. But we have serious questions. Simply direct. Provide a complete and of the events.
Thank you for coming out. Would anyone like to come up and speak in public communication? To come up. Going once. Closing public communications. And we are going to move into old business 2A. Action on the report of March 25th, 2026, excluding the Board of Finance approved ordinance resolution for elementary school project. Remember, we just voted on X above, so we are voting on the minutes.
Second.
Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Morrison? All right.
Yes.
You know? Santo?
Yeah.
Lee?
Yes.
Okay, motion passes 9-0. B, action on Light Garden Club Sustainable Matching Grant Program.
Town manager to, write a resolution.
Any discussion?
One thing, we're talking about that it would be a choice because I don't want to, but here, a lot of work, just work with the community gardens, you know, he seems to be the natural choice, so if we put that up, we need him, he might be a good person.
I think the town manager can look.
Plan, we kind of meeting,
Right.
so it wouldn't be much of a lift for our right now.
I pointed it off the hook.
I would also point out that promote sustainability and resiliency in our 2016 and 2020 CDs. Thank you, Mr. Krueger, for coming out and presenting tonight.
What a great presentation. Thank you very much. They just, anyone involved, Mrs. No, the greenest thumb. I wish they, man, I see them all the time just planting. He said, we're always zoning. The weeds, invasive. That was good stuff. Thank you.
I was going to say that the resolution
There's a resolution. Resolution. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Are you good with the resolution?
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you. Now, Mr. Chair. Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Palmieri, Serafino, Zoni,
Yes.
Ida,
Yes.
Chaplinsky.
Yes.
Which is zero. Item C, action on manhole inspection recommendation.
To approve mixed routes.
I'll second.
The camera.
I'll go. Oscar.
To fight. Any other discussion from our remote participants? Okay. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Preston.
Yes.
Palmieri, Serafino, Clark, Santo.
Yes.
Ida,
Yes.
Rowley,
Yes.
Chaplinsky.
Okay, motion passes 9-0. New business item X, funds.
Make a motion to approve in our packet.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Sorry, are you three in favor?
Yes.
All right, motion. passes 9-0. The first is the manager appointment. Conservation Commission member for your term expiring.
Thank you, Chair. I hereby appoint Michael Petruzzi.
Tell me. Is for the zoning board of appeals, one term expired. If anyone's remote, put your phone on. Thank you. The zoning board of appeals, one term expiring for 2028.
Madam Vice Chair, I'd like to present the name of Mr. Patrick Joy, 7.
Can I have all in favor? Any opposed? Those are all in favor, correct? All right. Our third appointment, zoning board of appeals, one year term expiring November 2026.
Madam Vice Chair, I'd like to present the name of Mr. 3 Parkview Drive.
Second.
Okay. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Is the fire one member for your term 26.
Madam Chair, I want to Peter Santiago to Old Cider. Peter Santiago.
Is there a second? Okay. Dave,
Aye.
any appointment is commission, one member, 4-year term expiring November.
Madam Chairwoman, I'd like to propose former Councilor William Diedick, 774 South Plansville.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. it passes 9-0. Number 6, Apple Harvest Committee, 1 member, 2-year term expired November 20.
Michael Rizzo, Henry Street.
For Mr. Rubio.
All in favor?
Can I just make a
Sorry, discussion?
comment?
Aye.
Pause.
I just want to thank Bob. I had the pleasure of speaking with of that. You know, glad to hear he's just want to thank his service on the committee.
Okay. Sorry, okay.
Here.
Just for your comment. This is for appointment, Harvest Committee.
Thank you. I hear that point, Mr. Rizzo.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.